Okay, today I wanted to talk about this watercolor paper. It was at Dollar Tree and I saw it and I was like, let's see. Oh, and now River wants to play with the toy. So I just grabbed it hoping basically that it would be at least comparable to, say, like the Groombacher or something, which I'll bring out here in a minute. Okay, so spoiler alert, it's not. But I was hoping maybe it would be a nice, cheap alternative for people. Dollar Tree is getting pretty big, so you can find them in a lot of places that maybe you might not have other resources to. And it's a little cheaper than like the Groombacher that you get, Grumbacher, I don't know, Grumbacher, that you can get at like Walmart and stuff. But I wanted to just have a look and see what it was all about. I will say, so the sheets are pretty thick. I was really actually kind of impressed by that. They're not super textured, but they are. Now we want to play. Really, guys? Guys, hey. They're killing me. The sheets are pretty thick. They're actually thicker than your average 140-pound paper, so that gave me a little bit of hope. That's about as good as it got. So I decided, let me pull this. So I was going to do this painting on it. For this one, I ended up using this paper, which is not a bad paper. It's actually a pretty solid paper, but I was trying to do this. And so as soon as I started laying color down, I realized this was not going to go well. So that was all done with neutral tint, which is what this is. You can see it's terrible. When I tried to pull some color up, it tore really quick. I didn't have it taped down, so I wasn't worried about warping at the time. You can see it completely soaked through. It's terrible watercolor paper is what it is. It's almost like a wet cereal box. When it gets wet, it definitely does not have the texture of watercolor paper when it gets wet. Clearly it just completely soaks it all the way through. So this is going to be a hard pass on watercolor paper. That said, I kind of wanted to have a look and see if it was redeemable in any way. So I went through and did something with some acrylic markers. To see if maybe it would be an okay marker paper. It did hold up pretty well. So let me pull this off. It did hold up pretty well. It didn't soak through or anything like that. But I did notice when you went over it a couple times, you did get some pilling. This paper just does not handle the fluid well, even the dampness of markers. So it's not a bad paper if you're going to draw or do some light marker work, I guess, but there's definitely way better out there. I had hoped, like I said, that maybe it was an okay alternative somewhere along the way, but it's really not. So, but that's okay. I might use this, just lay some color down for some mixed media stuff. I don't know yet. We'll see. I may donate it somewhere. The dogs are going crazy again because they hate me. We're going to just try to roll through it. But so if you've seen this paper, I will say it is actually nicely bound and it's got some fiber in here for binding. So it is a kind of notepad that you could open and your pages not actually fall off. So I guess that's a plus. So if you see this, just know that it is not good watercolor paper. The paper I was kind of trying to work over was this Groombacher. He said this just comes from Walmart. It's 140 pound. It's obviously not cotton paper, and we didn't expect anything like that for that price point or anything, which is fine. But it definitely is not good quality. You can see I had this pretty wet. I was doing some salt test. It did not soak through. A little bit of warping, but not a whole lot. So if you're going to go cheap, you can always find this, but you're definitely not going to want this for painting. Like I said, it may be good for markers or for coloring, or it's probably actually great for colored pencils, to be honest. You can try it for that, but hard no for the watercolor. So if you see it, just know what you're getting. I know nobody expects to find Arches paper at Dollar Tree, but I thought it was worth a shot to see if it would compare to some of the cheaper stuff, and it does not. So that said, you can always give it a try for other mediums. And if you do and you find you like it for something like colored pencils, by all means, please let me know. Post a comment, and that way everybody knows, and maybe they can find a cheap pad of colored pencil paper.